Hey guys, it's Robbie here, and this is FrekiFitWolf. Today I'm going to be talking about goals for May. Well, good morning! Sorry, channeling my inner Sandy from over at Let's Get Fit with Sandy. I love the way she starts every video with that. It makes me happy every single time. But anyway, yes, hi, welcome, good morning. It is May 1st. It is a brand new month. The last month is behind us. It's time to start fresh. So for me, that means I want to set new goals for the upcoming month. I've separated these into categories. So I have my exercise goal, my food goal, my personal goals, and then tracking success. And that's not really a goal. It is just how I'm going to track my success. So first of all, with exercise, you guys know how important that has become for me, especially in making changes that I want to see in my body, which always isn't necessarily related to the scale. But as we saw with last week's weigh-in, the scale didn't move a lot, but when I checked my measurements, I was 5 inches smaller than I used to be. And that is amazing to me. That explains so much, and that's why it's important to look for non-scale victories like clothes fitting different or measuring yourself to see technically if there is a difference. But either way, things like that. So exercise has become huge for me because I don't want to just empty out my body and become loose flopping skin everywhere. And not everyone has to worry about that. Not every single person on a weight loss journey will have that issue. But when you're going from somebody my size, I started this at 376 pounds. Going from that to a healthy size, that is, when you're talking that much weight, it's going to happen. So I'm being proactive and doing what I can to tighten up and build some muscle and make my body healthier versus just emptying it out. I know when Barrett Pastor and I did that collab video, we both kind of addressed exercise differently because she's doing it more towards the end just for tightening up, and I'm doing it now. But the big difference is I forget the exact number, but I have over 140 pounds to lose total, and she's lost like 40, and she looks amazing. So when it's only 40, 50 pounds, you're going to have some looseness that you can tighten up afterwards. But when you have this much to lose, you got to be a little bit proactive with it. All right, so anyway, so my exercise goals are strength training Monday, Wednesday, Friday, at least. So to do my strength training, especially right now while the world's still shut down, at least for this month, I am going to be doing the Planet Fitness workouts. There's a couple that I've decided to stick to because I was trying different ones here and there, and not insulting anybody at Planet Fitness or any of the celebrity guests that they do to host, but not all workouts are created the same. Some it's near impossible for me to do, and they don't show the alternatives. Some, the ones that have the actual trainers, typically they show the alternatives for what you can do. Like, I'm still 316-ish, 317-ish pounds. I won't know until tomorrow on my weigh-in. And so, like, jumping jacks are hard. It sounds silly, but it's hard for me. And they, like, several of the trainers show a different way to do jumping jacks where you're still getting the blood flowing, you're still moving fast, but it's not that jumping and high impact, especially because lately my right knee has been hurting. So not all of them are the same. And some of those, the celebrity guests, they're super fun, they're super nice, but they're hardcore in shape and they're not actual trainers. So it's cool to see them, but I can't do what they can do. So yeah. So I'm going to be doing that. And then also I've been huge on using my resistant band lately because you can't find dumbbells anywhere. And there's certain things, there's a lot of body weight exercises that I can do, but not all of them will address every muscle group that I want to do. The resistant band has changed that dramatically. Maybe if you guys are interested, I can demonstrate on cam like a couple of things that I do that reenacts as if you're using a dumbbell, and I can feel it, which is great. So anyway, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I want to do that at minimum, and that is either 1 to 2 workouts. A lot of times, some of the Planet Fitness ones don't hit every area of my body that I want them to. So I will go later and do some stuff on my own. So that, and then the other part is cardio. Tuesday and Thursday, I do want to work on cardio because that is important for the breathing, for the stuff that makes it hard during those Planet Fitness workouts, like the jumping jacks, things like that, is because my lungs and my heart aren't strong enough to keep me going at fast paces. So I do want to do those on Tuesday and Thursdays to keep building up those type of muscles. They're not really muscles, but you know what I mean. And on top of that, just in general, every day I want to hit 10,000 steps. So that is a huge goal for me. All right, so that's the exercise one. Food. Now, you guys know I'm doing Weight Watchers, or I'm doing technically, actually, I track bites, and I'm using the Sugar Smart plan, which is also the green plan on Weight Watchers. But again, for me, it has become so much more than the first part of this is stay within my bite or point goal. That is cool and totally doable. But again, I am focusing on being healthier overall, not just shrinking my body. So on top of that, well, also tied into that first is I want to stay within a 2,200 calorie range for right now and adjust that as needed. But, which, just FYI, all the apps, MyFitnessPal and iTrackBites, they recommend me like a lot higher than that. So again, I am tweaking stuff as I need to. But with that, to be more healthier, one, I want to diversify my fruits and vegetables. Typically, the main fruits and vegetables that I eat daily are bananas, maybe an apple, bell peppers, and onions. That's pretty much all that I have been eating. And lettuce and, carrots and broccoli. Okay, yeah. So lettuce, carrots, broccoli, cauliflower, green beans. That is typically what I've been eating every day. There's a whole bunch more out there. So my next shopping trip, which I just went, so I'm not going yet, but my next shopping trip, I am going to include making sure to get some other fruits and vegetables. And if you guys can recommend some for me, that would be great, because I know I love those fruits and vegetables, and I know how to cook them, and I know a bunch of different recipes that I can use them for. So the other ones, like I did get zucchini and yellow squash last week, and I did make what was it? I roasted them with balsamic vinegar glaze, and that was really good. So if you guys can recommend maybe some other stuff for the like squash and zucchini, or other fruits and vegetables that I can use, especially to cook with. Like fruits, I typically just eat them by themselves. I don't cook with them a lot. So if there are some fruits that you can recommend and recommend a dish to make with it, that'd be awesome. Because I bought too many apples, so I've been looking for recipes to make it, and they're all like desserts. I don't want to make a dessert. I want it part of a meal. I know it does pair well with pork chops and onions in a skillet thing. I made a recipe for that a long time ago, and that is really good. But other fruits and vegetables, if you can recommend, and maybe a dish that you would recommend for that food, would be wonderful. And then also the last part of the food category is I want to eat more balanced. And so that means getting veggies, fruit, grains, protein, and dairy. There we go. Can't read my handwriting. The main food groups into each meal. Especially with the working out, that has become more important than ever, because each category does something for your body, and I need to work better on that. I have been doing a lot better, especially of knowing when to eat, a little bit more carbs, after a workout. Well, before a workout, you need more carbs, because that helps give you the energy and it fuels your body for the workout. After the workout is when you need more protein type stuff, because that helps repair your body. Again, still researching that, so still kind of learning. But either way, there's certain times and certain foods for different times, and I need to diversify that a little bit more as well. My breakfasts are good. It's like the perfect mix because I have typically breakfast for me is a breakfast burrito that I make. So I get a flatbread, 90 calorie flatbread from Aldi, and I make some egg whites, put them in there, some shredded cheese, put it in there, some turkey bacon or turkey sausage, put it in there, and wrap it up. And then I put that back in the skillet and like crisp it a little bit, which makes it, oh my gosh, so good. And I also put some non-fat Greek yogurt on top and a little bit of salsa on top. And it tastes amazing. And it gets like all of the food groups, except I'm not getting fruits and veggies in that one. Yeah, no. I got everything else except that. So I'm going to start pairing that with maybe half a cup of grapes or an apple or a banana or something. I don't know quite yet. But either way, just as an example, I'm getting better, but I'm not fully getting the full balanced meal, and each meal needs to be fully balanced. So that is a food goal for me. And then I have some personal goals. One, it sounds silly, but making my bed every day. Typically, I make my bed when I'm going to record in here. That's been a thing. And I have seen so many people talk lately about how making your bed at the start of the day is very good for successful people and for your mentality and everything like that. I even posted on my Facebook, and so many people were commenting about like the benefits of just something as simple as that. And there's even one of a Marine. Look it up on YouTube. A Marine that he gave a little speech about making his bed every day. And so it's something silly, something small, but I have to admit, like, instantly it looks nicer. I think Selena appreciates it. She'll sleep there no matter what. So that, and then the next one is stick to a schedule. And this will, where I'll be setting daily goals for myself of things I want to accomplish, especially right now while the world is shut down. But even when I go back to work, I do want to continue that and work it around my work schedule. But there's certain things around the house. I tend to be all willy-nilly, but I lately have been sticking to a schedule, and that has been helping me a ton. But sometimes I have certain things that I want to do, and I don't fit it quite into the schedule. So I want to create a schedule for myself as if it's a job about things I want to accomplish that day, whether it be going to the grocery store, cleaning the bathroom, the exercise and food. I've got that scheduled perfectly. But the other things, sometimes I get a little bit distracted. I start, playing Animal Crossing on my Switch, and next thing you go, an hour's gone by, and I was like, oh, crud, I was going to do the dishes now. And then I got to rush and do them at a different time or whatever. Either way, for my mentality, for my well-being, schedules help me a lot. It's hard for me to stick to them, but they help. The next one is like probably TMI for YouTube, but I want to pay off my credit cards this month. I have 2 credit cards that I know for a fact I can pay off this month. So I'm going to halt purchases of other stuff besides food and focus on paying off those credit cards. That way, when the world reopens and I go back to work, I'm already ahead of the game, because one of my goals this year was to get ahead financially and stop being in debt all the time and stop having no savings. So first step of that is paying off what I owe. And then from there, I can work on savings. Maybe a little bit of both at the same time. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so that is a goal, which is going to be hard considering tomorrow's my birthday. And I can't buy anything else for myself. But I have bought too much stuff lately. And yesterday I made a really big purchase. I'm going to be getting a way better computer. So that is all the gifts I need for myself. I cannot buy anymore. I will not buy anymore. And yeah. So the next one is my morning videos on Instagram. And I share them in the different Facebook groups. If you're part of the Facebook groups or if you're on my Instagram, you probably have seen me doing little good morning videos. Part of my schedule is when I get up, I wake up between 5:30 and 6:30 for some reason, no matter how late I stay up, which is kind of annoying because last night I stayed up really late and still woke up super early. But I go outside, I have my cup of coffee, which I need and I just gave a little good morning video. I've given clips on here before. It's just, you know, reminders, stick to your goals, Thirsty Thursday, drink your water, things like that. But they make me feel good. And when I post them on Facebook, I get so many people thanking me for them, which is pretty nifty. Like, it's pretty weird that, like, it's typically between 9 and 13 seconds. But a lot of people, as simple as, hey, I know what day it is because of you. Thank you. Or, you know, you brighten up my morning. Things like that. Helping other people helps me a lot. Plus, it just helps me focus because as I'm trying to think of what to say that day, it helps me like, yeah, that's a goal I need to work on today. Most of the time, just like when I make videos on tips and tricks, I'm talking to myself and just sharing it with you guys. So I do want to keep up with that. And I did say that I'm going to be doing it Monday through Friday rather than 7 days a week because it got to be a bit much. But they make me feel good, and it seems to make other people feel good. If they do get annoying, let me know, and I'll totally stop. But yeah. All right, so the last category, because I am now at 16 minutes, holy cow. The last category is tracking success. This is just how I can measure how I'm doing with these goals. So first of all, obviously, just like always, my weigh-in will be on Sunday. Now, again, since I am doing the strength training, the scale might not always be there. But at the very least, I do want to keep track of that. Whether it's going down, whether it's staying, whether it goes up a little bit, I want to keep track of that. And tying into it, I want to measure regularly. Now, I wrote down weekly or bi-weekly because I don't know how much will change in 1 week, if it will be worth it. Like the 5 inches that I lost was over a 6-week period. So I might do it bi-weekly. I might do it monthly. We'll see. At the very least, I can still do it weekly or bi-weekly. And if there's not much change, I can still, you know, track it that way. And then I want to have a checklist of daily goals. And so as far as that, all of everything will fit into that. So like as far as, you know, make a payment toward a credit card, or, you know, have balanced breakfast, balanced lunch, balanced dinner, balanced snack, that type of stuff. Exercise, clean the bathroom, make the bed, everything like that. I'm gonna use a whiteboard. I don't know if I'm gonna actually touch my motivation board or if I don't know exactly where I'm gonna put it. I really don't want to keep using up notebook paper because eventually I'm gonna run out. But I'm going to have a checklist for my daily stuff. Monday through Sunday. So, yeah, that will be how I track it. All right, so that's my goals for May and ultimately for the rest of my life. If you guys have specific goals you're working on, let me know. Comment down below. And yeah, that's all I've got for you guys today. So please like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I will talk to you Sunday when I do my weigh-in.